Echo to go jungle unless G2 picks something really weird mid. Or nah, okay. I mean, this Echo is probably for sure going jungle. That's what I would think.
God,
that also means that it's probably going to be Kiana for Febiven, but the only thing is then you have a lot of melee champions, but it's going to be some sort of AD mid laner since you have so much magic damage.
I'm a bit curious to see what he'll do if he brings out the Sona.
If he does something like Ornn or Mordekaiser, is there a champion that you think Dan should gravitate towards?
I'll need to see. Don't lock in the Sona, please don't do this. Don't. Why is it doing this to us?
And you actually forego farming minions, and you're just trying to stack the support item as quickly as possible by using poke, and then...
But this has definitely been a thing that has been around in solo queue a lot, which just surprised me because, again, I don't expect him to actually be playing much in the top lane. But you can see Wonder looking to build up those stacks. He's going to keep harassing, and it's super obnoxious, especially for a set, because there's little he can do to close the gap, especially early levels. So you just kind of have to sit back, you take the farm. You can see how Wonder, he takes a couple of the last hits, but he's not taking all of them. His focus is on just harassing and landing that poke. As you mentioned, without doing the grump as well. We see a bit of a trade in the bot side.
The root didn't quite connect down to Caps. It could have spelled his let's keep these Krugs alive for Jankos, who's on his way down. Parallel conversions coming out. Caps locked up, but is able to flash away, and now B-Boy flashing forward, but Jankos is here in time. Trying to turn this one around. Denick flashes with the Ignite. B-Boy's got a ball. The TP coming in, but it's 1-for-1 in the bottom lane. TP cancelled. Wonder not able to get there in time because a great base breaker comes out. Now, Razor's trying to trade back into this, but the concussive blows are just going to lock him in place. Denick unable to do anything about it, and now he's going to be next on the menu. Concussive blows, one more auto needed. Jankos flashes forward, there it goes. Denick will have the W up in just a second's time, but it's not here now, and that's 3 kills to G2.
Kill onto Caps. They ultimately lose 3 people, but Razork isn't done yet.
He's all over the map already. Wonder flashes away, Dan hits the haymaker.
Just super squishy, very immobile.
Oh, Caps. No, this isn't good. This isn't good at all for Caps. Nismus, what were you doing, Caps?
Yeah.
Just stepped way too far forward.
They currently sit with a small early game gold lead, and they're looking pretty good. Caps, so he tries to play defensively, he goes for a bit of a trade against Denick. Of course, Denick hasn't used his W yet, and Caps just takes one step too far. He should have just forced Denick back, and then that should have been the end of it, sat underneath his tower. They've had a great early laning phase, and it's kind of been up to Jankos to try and rectify and save the situation.
Glacial Fisher used in the bottom lane, the root's going to come out, but here comes Razork. B-Boy almost dead, but Caps oversteps once again, and the chase is on. Misfits with another kill. Caps is 3 down already.
Caps losing his life, still not level 6 yet.
Oh, Febiven's going to push Perks underneath the turret here. Jankos on his way, 2 turret shots into the back of the Yasuo, but Jankos coming in. Febi.
This duo has reset. It's not unreasonable to think that the
Denick goes in, the charm comes out, and Caps goes down once again. B-Boy 2-1 and 2. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, Jankos gets the kill. Perks, one more turret shot. It's enough, but the tower takes him down. Febi not able to get an auto attack in. Razork tries to get a bit of dessert on the top of that fight, but unable to find too much. Now, Wonder has roamed down. The River Sona on its way. Mickey there as well. Razork pops back with Chrono Break, but Mickey tanking up the tower. There's the crescendo, and Razork parallel convergence is enough to save him with the TP coming in.
Have been gained by the G2 team. They don't have time. Fight top lane.
Yeah, down flashing in. Razork, look at where the parallel convergence is. Dunk him into the baby cage and then take the kill. Just camp that champ, Vedius.
Camp that champ. And Wonder not having the impact that we often see from Sonas. Oh, here's the ult.
Perks with the knock-up. Jankos there as well, but great disengage by B-Boy. Had to burn his flash in the mid lane. Looks like they're going in. Oh, the great knockback there from Febiven. Caps caught out once again. Mickey's tanking at the tower. Wonder on his way. We'll be able to force Febi back.
But it's okay. It's okay. They happen. I think the people that are making up the stack right now is Perks and Jankos. This duo.
Oh, there we go, Jankos. But B-Boy able to survive. B-Boy might even get out of this alive. They get one. Perks trying to get the kill. B-Boy will fall, and that is Jankos' 2,500th assist. So here comes the crescendo off towards the side. Congratulations, Jankos. Good stuff for you. Dan's fighting off towards the top side of this. And so far, it's a 2-for-1 in favor of G2. But Febi's here now, trying to trade in, has to flash away. And bring down that graphic as the concussive blows comes out. Mickey, great Glacial Fisher across the wall, and G2 have turned this. Dan caught out as well, pulls the haymaker, but can't even take down. Oh, it can get Caps, just in the end. Razork comes back off from the side, but that was a great fight for G2.
That's why Sona can be really obnoxious. So let's have a look back. You can see the Jankos and Perks, they think they've called out B-Boy. They think that he you know, they can get that kill. But of course, Misfits are lying in wait in the Dragon Pit. Really good stun kills. Jankos, we see a quick wind wall here come out to try and mitigate some of the damage, but it doesn't really help. We don't have time. We have another fight.
Febby's getting dived in the top lane. Perkz doing what he can, but Febby able to survive for the moment. He's going to take down Perkz. He dodges out the barrel as well, and Jankos...
That's a double!
It's for Febby going to survive. Jankos goes in, flashes out, he gets in. Well played, Jankos.
All right, because there are a lot of misplays on the side of G2 right now. That dive did not go the way they wanted. Props to Featherman. He had some great outplays. Now the dive.
Oh, poor baby Caps. He gets taken out again, and Misfits. You can just jump back with the chrono break. You can just disengage with the Rakan.
Pathing that way through the jungle as he could be in danger. Mickey now. He has the shield, so he's going to be able to get out of that one. Misfits has 5 members looking to siege on mid. They also have the Rift Tower, but I don't think they need it. They can just take this tower and then maybe even use the Rift Tower to go even further if they want to.
Is in. Mickey has to flash away by himself. Wonder is as well. Waiting in the bush, Razork. Wonder dodging around. Yeah, you don't win these, I'm afraid. Crescendo not even going to stop the damage.
Spread. Notice that Dandan has significantly more gold than Wonder. Someone as you'd expect, but a lot of the gold advantage actually comes from Perkz, as they're now looking for a kill onto Dandan. They're going to force him to flash, but they're not going to let him escape.
Flash forced by the Song of Celerity, but here comes Jankos. Knocks Dandan back, the last breath coming in as well. Dandan uses Showstopper, looking for the Grit Shield, but can't quite find it. Perkz able to escape. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, they're looking for the Glacial Fissure on Febby by Misfits. They didn't want to go any further, but they're looking to catch out Caps and Mickey. Razork trading in here, has the power of convergence, jumps back with the chrono break. Caps trying to get away, but he can't. Just about get out. The exhaust on Razork will not be enough.
Deficiencies. I imagine the main reason why he's doing it is to mitigate the healing on Razork, but let's see if they go for this pick.
Oh, great. Featherstorm gets him out. That was perfect from B-Boy. He escapes the first bite of the fight, and G2, they thought they'd caught Misfits, but B-Boy with a split-second decision to pop his ult means that Misfits get to...
Is playing so well right now. Good ultimate from B-Boy. You can see that his Spidey senses are tingling a little bit, and he was definitely ready, but he's able to dodge that one out. Jankos tries to E to get the knockup still, but it's too little, too late. Dantan with a great ultimate to help use Jankos to close the gap onto the Yasuo, and you can see the frustration on his face. Jankos has tried hard to carry this game, but...
And this is where you say something, Thaddeus.
Well, I'm kind of looking at the state of the map right now, and you can see they have to dive to force the tower.
Oh, you can say something still. The Glacial Fissure coming out as Razork unable to take Caps. He goes golden.
She can output. Her ultimate is a very effective either engage tool or follow-up tool. But it looks like Misfits may have found G2.
Looking for Jankos. Perkz going in with the knockup. Here comes the quickness, and Dandan's on his way. Looking for that base breaker. Pulls them both back in as they were both trying to escape. The Showstopper cleansed away, but he can't do much as B-Boy chasing onto Wonder. Mickey there. Crescendo comes out, but it's just the disengaged tool. Himself. We heard Kazi in the Match of the Week's video saying, if I can take down Reckless, I should be Rookie of the Split. Well, Razzle, and that was wasted. Jankos got nothing out of that. Now they're looking for the inhib in bot and top. There's the Glacial Fissure. Caps from the side tries to land the Moonlight Vigil. Only hits on Denick. Meanwhile, in the bottom lane, Dandan has already taken the inhibitor tower. Now looking for the inhib. As Misfits are looking to take down the undefeated. Razork there with the parallel convergence. Febby going forward, but here comes the damage. Wonder forced away. Already one down as Caps falls for what seems like their 100th time this game. The chase is on. Misfits have taken 3. They're just wiping G2 away. This is what G2 do to other teams, and Misfits have given them a taste of their own medicine. Razork jumping in. Perkz takes them out in the 1v1, but Dandan's there to follow up and mop up the kills. Misfits, 22 kills to 11, under 30 minutes, with a 11,000 gold lead, have defeated G2. They are the first team to beat G2 in 2020.
The undefeated streak comes to an end. It often happens with G2. Whenever we get to 6-0, the conversation around the 18-0, we always talk about it. And then there's always one team in Europe that makes the upset a reality, and it was Misfits. People were not expecting this. I definitely was not expecting this, but so much of the praise has to go to Razork. This man played so well on his signature champion, showcasing that the small nerfs did not matter. The frustration on the face of Grabs. Clearly not happy with that game, and Caps' worst performance of the split, I think it's fair to say.
Well, he got more deaths in this game than he has for the rest of the split.
Yes.
So it definitely wasn't his best. Do want to praise B-Boy as well. I think In that bottom lane, Razork, of course, had influences, but he had an exceptional performance, able to continuously capitalize alongside Denick on Caps over-positioning, overstepping. You saw them just getting kill after kill after kill.
We're seeing a sort of